Welcome back to another video. We're going to start off with some figure drawing. I'm a little bit stiff. I was physically a little bit stiff. My wrist was hurting and my tendon in my forearm was really tight. So every time I was trying to do a line, it wasn't going where I asked it to go, but I just kept going anyways, hoping I would loosen up. And some of them are better than others, but that comes with the territory anyway, so that's not too weird. Let's see. Any sort of recent news. I have been updating the Patreon a bit as I go, the way that I had planned, just kind of like a project update kind of thing. So I'm doing that. I have been working on the comics still as consistently as I can. Right now is probably the easiest time to do that. I don't know about the rest of the year, but the first part of chapter 7, which is the one that I have completed. Yes, I finally finished it. I've been working on that one on and off for years. I've redrawn it so many times. Yeah, I'll drink a tea really quick. Yeah, that is scheduled on Tapastic, and it will start posting in February and go up every single Tuesday thereafter. A new page every Tuesday. Chroma War the Color Thief. And yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about that. And I'm working on the second part of chapter 7 right now. I've already inked and flatted, and I was working on starting to paint a little bit. All of the characters, and I still have to do the background, and yeah. So I'm pretty stoked to be making some headway. I hope that it stays like that. There's 13 chapters. Just for anyone who doesn't know, I've mentioned it so many times. There's, most people probably know, but there's 13 chapters, and right after the 6th was when I was working a lot. So yeah, so close to the end. I had so much scheduled too. I think I can't remember if it was like 6 months or 10 months or something scheduled back then, and yeah, so sad. I was doing so well. But it happens. Oh, I did try out my tripod the other day, my desk clamp-on one. I didn't try it with my camera, but I did with my phone. And it seemed pretty good, pretty sturdy. So that's really nice. That's definitely nice for if I have to move around. I definitely love my other tripod a lot. But since moving some things, getting the legs to go where I need them to go to actually get it to stand up properly with my camera on it, it was but the clamp-on one's pretty good. The clamp is huge, but it's very nice, and it's pretty easy to set up, so that will be nice. Eventually I'll get back to making some actual traditional videos. Really, right now I've been focusing so much on doing comic pages that when it's time to make a video, I'm sticking with something that I can do where I don't have to do as much editing, and you guys still get a video. So yeah, because I usually spend quite a long time working on the traditional videos. The editing is much faster than obviously when I started out, but the production time, I guess, is longer. That figure right there that I'm drawing, I think I saw it on Pinterest, and it was from somebody's comic page. I don't know what the comic is. I'm sorry. I wish I would have thought to look at that, but yeah, that one's from a comic, not from a figure. The rest so far have been figures. I like this one. It's a guy underwater, I think spearfishing. But I really like the shape of his body, especially in the perspective it was in. I don't think I did it justice, but it was pretty good. Pretty cool. Always makes me want to draw sea creatures. I drew the head too big, but I shrink it. And another drink of tea. Because I don't want it to get cold. So yeah, not too much to update you on. I've just been yeah, like I said, working on the comic. I need to read again. I took a little bit of a break. Well, because I was sad, but yeah, I haven't got back into it. I have all those Vampire Hunter D books and I keep looking at them. I left 3 out on my shelf so that I would be able to start picking after them. I'm really excited. I should have taken a picture. Oh, it's imagination time. So, yeah, drawing from my head. You can see the couple that I added in there. They're pretty garbage. I was just scribbling. I've been watching a lot of anime. Well, I say a lot. I've been watching a bit of anime because we filled in our shows that we were watching at night with anime. We started rewatching Exorcist because we watched it a long, long time ago before the second season came out. And then we watched the second season, and of course we were confused because they didn't know if they were ever going to get a second season. I think it took 6 years or something for the second season to come out. They didn't think they were going to get another season, so they just tried to quickly finish off, just tie things up in the first. The downside to that was they couldn't follow what happened in the manga, so yeah, I think people say anything after anything after episode 17, you can kind of skip and move on into the next season, and that kind of clears it up and you can just follow along. It's more with the manga, but I don't know if that's all true or not. That's just what I read. Just because there was a lot of OVAs and stuff, and I wanted to make sure that we were watching everything in proper order. I just love drawing people sad and sitting just collapsed into themselves, I guess. I used to draw people with these noodly legs a lot. And sometimes I'd make a general shoe shape. Wow. It's harder to say than I thought it was going to be. I'm actually not as tired as I have been. I've been super exhausted for some reason. Well, for some reason being that I am not sleeping. But this morning I was asleep, which is weird for me. I'm a very light sleeper and people were actually up. So I keep bumping my spoon. But yeah, people were actually up and I was still sleeping. I was having dreams and everything. That was weird. I felt like my bigger figures were lacking. When that happens, I like to switch to smaller figures. I can get more done faster, and any sort of experimenting I can do on such a small scale. I can see everything at once, and adjustments are easier. And it's not much of a commitment, I guess, for time or space. I actually used to draw these a lot. I would fill full pages, physical paper pages, with pen sketches of just these really small figures doing a bunch of things, and it helped me a lot. That's why I still kind of rely on thumbnails whenever I'm going to make a sketchbook page, because I'm just so much looser and can get the idea across much better on a smaller scale. Obviously, a bunch of people feel that way, and that's why they make thumbnails before making the finished thing. Again, so you don't end up with a time commitment that is wasted. Actually, on paper, I draw them much smaller than this. Much, much smaller. Yeah, I like to give people crazy hair. Just for fun. No one can stop me, so... I still keep thinking I should really go through the Smile comic, the traditional one I was doing around Inktober, because I still have pages that I haven't edited, and they could be edited and posted on, well, Instagram and stuff. I have my own Tapas account that I never did anything with. I mean, I read comics or whatever kind of off of that occasionally, just so I didn't fill up our personal tapas with all my comic reading stuff. But yeah, I kind of considered putting my comic on there because the Pigeon and Cleaver tapas account is for my sister and I, so I wasn't sure if I should only put our collaboration comics on there or if it would be fine if I just put mine on there. And then the name of my other account kind of fits because it's kind of black and white. So, oh, the name of my other account is the Chrome Gamut. So, yeah, I don't know. I thought about putting it on there, just doing a bunch of the pages, but I'd rather finish it first. And I'm not doing that right now because I'm working on this other thing, so there's not enough time. Weird bubbly butt. I looked at it and I could think of some ways to fix it and thought, no, it's a doodle, it doesn't matter. This is coffee. This is a little coffee guy. Originally I was going to draw someone holding up a cup and they're like, no, the whole character is coffee. Probably one of my favorite drawings. Dumb little doodles are usually my favorite, as opposed to the more detailed ones that have kind of an air of seriousness. I do a lot of random reading and stuff when I'm walking, and I was going through one of my overview files for Rust, for his whole story, and man, it made me miss that. Sorry, I had to crack my neck. But yeah, he definitely a character that I love a lot. I don't know if I'll ever be able to finish that. I have a few actually that I just write on and off, and gotten like decently long, and I've made it a ways into them, but they still have so much to go, and it would probably honestly be more of a first pass than any sort of finished writing. Not that I would probably ever do anything with it, it's just for me, but sometimes I just want to get back into those stories so bad. Like, get entrenched in them. That's my favorite. Trying to draw coffee again. Again with the collapsed into yourself poses. A lot of scribbling. Figure drawing and scribbling is definitely my default. Especially when I'm trying to come up with a video. I really want to make some other things for you guys. I just, I have good intentions after the video goes up, thinking, okay, I have all week to do this, and then there just ends up being so many things, and then I can't do it. I don't have the time, and I'm rushing to make something again. I miss when I had a bunch of stuff just queued. That was amazing. This is not how this perspective would work, and I messed up that leg on the other side. But it's a scribble, so it's not really a big deal. Kind of one of those things where, you know, if you had to go back and do it again, you'd be correcting it anyway. Once I remember that something's just an idea, it's not, you know, a finished thing. The sketching is much looser. But you can tell that the small figures helped quite a bit. More than you think. We are almost at the end. Gotta make him look cool first. That leg is so messed up. It's fine. I almost finished it afterwards, and I'm like, for what? For what? It's fine. Okay, so that's the finished video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you thought. Have a good day or night, and bye.